So, this is the 305th episode. Yeah, more than 300 episodes of pure money is blind journaling, podcasting, and entrepreneurial experiences. It's been 14 months, I think, since I started this podcast, publishing an episode 5 days a week for the last 14 months. I never thought I would be doing this, but here I am, unable to stop this. Even though the number of listeners are very little, I just can't stop imagining how useful it is going to be for the blind community. I know this is going to be useful for someone who is trying to build a business, and if that person is blind or visually impaired, and if his family members and his friends are discouraging him instead of motivating him to start his own business, his own entrepreneurial journey, this podcast, I think he is going to find at least one episode of this podcast, and from there it is going to be another road. It's going to be different in his life because in each and every episode of this podcast, I try to motivate the blind. I try to break the barriers of blindness, and starting a business, according to me, is the best thing that you can do to break this barrier and to climb over it. If you think it is a big problem, if you think it is going to be a Mount Everest, you should be able to climb over that mountain, even if the conditions are harsh and uncomfortable, difficult, or even if you are going to struggle in the journey. This road of entrepreneurship, this is going to be the biggest challenge that you take up in your life, for which you are going to be thankful for me, for which you are going to be thankful to yourself because you took the right decision, so that in the next 5 to 10 years you can sit back and relax and look back at yourself and be proud of yourself. Just think about yourself on a wheelchair or on your bed, unable to move. What are the things that you think you would regret thinking about looking back into your life? Was that the business you thought you need to start and you were never able to start because you thought you were blind, and being blind is a big problem for entrepreneurship, for businessmen? If you get a spark of motivation or inspiration from this podcast, from any of the 300 episodes that I published, my purpose, my intentions of running or publishing these episodes will be fulfilled. Even at least if it is just one person who starts up entrepreneurship and develops all the skills needed for a blind entrepreneur, it doesn't matter if that business is going to fail, because once you are into the entrepreneurial journey, you are going to try. Your life is changed. You will be disciplined. Your health is going to improve. Everything is going to change, because once you fail, even if you fail for the first time, you are going to get up. You are going to try hard the second time. And if by any means you take this journey, and if you feel any difference in your life, if you understand that blindness was not at all a problem, and that you were late to start this journey. If you understand and realize that this podcast was helpful, that would mean huge success to my intentions of publishing these episodes and keeping on going ahead with Money is Blind podcast. So I've been babbling for the last couple of minutes about Money is Blind podcast because I never thought 300 episodes is going to come for this show, but I thought all the episodes would be dried up. All the episodes are going to be I thought there would be scarcity of topics for me to talk about if I start this podcast and keep publishing 5 episodes a week, and I was wrong. Every day I keep coming up with new ideas, and I am learning. I am learning entrepreneurship, and through this podcast, I'm just trying to spread what I learn, make it easy for the blind community to launch their own business and step into the entrepreneurship world so that they can also experience what I've been experiencing for the past 7 years now. So every book that I read, every video, every inspirational video or quote or article that I read, I think about how that can improve my business, how it can improve the lives of persons that I serve. How can it be useful for my customers, for my users, for my channel viewers, for my blog readers, for my patients, for my customers. That's how I think about. And once you are into this entrepreneurial world, once you realize that helping others, even without 6x6 or 20x20 vision, even that is possible, and men or women, they would appreciate your help, and they are going to pay you back in cash, or there is something which is called reciprocity, and it might not be always money that you are going to get in return, but it's kind of the bigger purpose of life. In medical school, there is a term which is called higher mental functions, and the fulfillment that we get from serving others, from helping others by starting a business and delighting our customers, that fulfillment is going to be something which can't be measured with money, weights, or I don't know in which scale it can be measured. And you do have to experience this, and for that you have to dip your toes into the water instead of just keeping your thoughts of launching your business as an idea. You can go and listen to the course that I published on Udemy. It's not a professional course. It's not a certificate course. It's not even close. It's just my voice, just like this podcast, but I have put in a great amount of effort to write each and every one of those chapters, and I'll be updating all those chapters every 6 months so that the blind community can benefit from it. And if I give that course for free, there's not going to be value in it. Anything which we get for free, we take it as granted. We consider less value for it. And if the same thing, if I charge you $20 or $25, the same thing becomes valuable. It's not for me to make money, it's for you to consider to realize the value in that course. So you can start there. You will get step by step instructions on what you need to do in order to convert your thoughts into action so that you can launch your first business, your first online business as a blind entrepreneur. So, in last episode, I talked about this new book that I started reading. It's called Feel Good Productivity. But I'll be talking about that book in another episode because I need to read a couple more chapters, maybe 2 or 3 more chapters before I get a before I can create a brief summary for you guys so that you can decide on whether you need to download that book in Audible and start listening or not. Should you spend your monthly credit in Audible for this book? Let me help you. I'll update you in next couple of days. All right then. I'm happy that we are on this journey together. And if you have been moved even a little bit, if you have taken any action after listening to any of the episodes that I've published in this show, just let me know. You can do that by sending an email to me. My email address for this website is prasoon@moneyisblind.com. You can also go to moneyisblind.com, find the contact page and fill up a form. I made sure that the website is screen reader friendly, and I tried the form myself because I always depend on a screen reader to navigate the web and to do my routine tasks. So you can send your responses and feedbacks to me because that also helps me motivated to keep doing this every day. All right, then it's getting late. Need to go to bed. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.